While everyone else is sitting inside looking at seed catalogs and dreaming about spring, you could be planting right now. January isn't downtime for serious gardeners. It's actually one of the most important planting months of the year, if you know what to grow. The crops I'm about to reveal need to be started in January to reach their full potential. Wait until March or April and you've already lost months of production and flavor. Today, I'm showing you 7 crops that you can and should plant in January for the earliest, most productive harvests of your life. Stick around for number 5. It's a root vegetable that most people plant way too late, and starting it in January can double your harvest size. And number 7, it separates beginners from experienced gardeners. In January is the perfect time to start it. Let's dive in. Crop 1. Onions from seed, the 4-month head start. If you want big, storage-quality onions that last through winter, you need to start them in January. This is non-negotiable. Why January matters? Onions are day-length sensitive. They start forming bulbs when day length reaches a certain threshold. If you start too late, they don't have enough top growth before bulbing starts. Small tops mean small bulbs, golf balls instead of softballs. The January advantage. Starting in January gives onions 12 to 16 weeks of growth before transplanting in early spring. That's massive top growth, which translates directly to massive bulbs. How to start? Sow seeds indoors in trays under grow lights. Temperature 65 to 75 degrees F for germination. Light 12 to 16 hours daily once sprouted. Transplant when pencil thick, 8 to 12 weeks. Regional timing? USA and Canada, zones 3 to 6, start January, transplant April. USA, zones 7 and 8, start January, transplant March. UK, start January, transplant March to April. Variety selection. Long day onions for northern regions, above 37 degrees N, Copra, Patterson. Short day onions for southern regions, Texas early white, day neutral, work anywhere, Candy. The payoff? January started onions can be 2 to 3 times larger than March started ones. That's the difference between storing 20 pounds and storing 60 pounds. Crop 2. Leeks, the patient giant. Leeks need 120 to 150 days from seed to harvest. If you want thick 2-inch diameter leeks instead of pencil-thin ones, you start in January. Why they're worth it? Leeks are incredibly cold hardy. They'll overwinter in most climates and can be harvested fresh all winter long. How to start? Indoors, same method as onions. Trays under lights. Temperature 60 to 70 degrees F. Transplant when 8 to 10 inches tall, 10 to 12 weeks. Plant deep in trenches for long white shanks. Best varieties? King Richard, early and tender. Bandit, disease-resistant. Giant Musselburgh, incredibly hardy. Leeks harvested after frost are sweeter and milder. January planting ensures they're mature enough to overwinter beautifully. Crop 3. Celery, the slow grower everyone plants way too late. Celery has a terrible reputation for being difficult, but the real problem? Most people started way too late. The time requirements? Celery needs 16 to 18 weeks from seed to transplant size, then another 8 to 12 weeks in the garden. That's 24 to 30 weeks total. Start in March, you're harvesting in October. Start in January, you're harvesting in July, during prime celery season when it grows best. How to start? Seeds are tiny and slow, 14 to 21 days to germinate. Temperature, 60 to 70 degrees F. Seeds need light to germinate. Surface sow, mist to keep moist, cover with clear plastic until sprouting. The success secret. Celery needs consistent moisture and rich soil. In containers or raised beds with perfect conditions, it's actually quite easy. Best varieties? Tango, bolt-resistant. Red Venture, red celery, beautiful. Golden self-blanching, tender, traditional. Homegrown celery tastes completely different, intensely flavored, aromatic and crisp. Store-bought tastes like crunchy water in comparison. Crop 4. Peppers, the tropical that needs a head start. In cold climates, peppers are always a race against frost. Starting them in January tips the odds dramatically in your favor. The germination reality? Pepper seeds take 14 to 21 days to germinate, then they grow slowly for the first 6 to 8 weeks. Start in March, they're barely transplant-sized by June. The January transformation. January-started peppers are sturdy, 8 to 12 inches tall with thick stems by outdoor planting time. They start flowering within weeks of transplanting. How to start? Temperature 70 to 85 degrees F for germination. Use heat mat. Lights 14 to 16 hours daily once sprouted. Patience. They grow slowly at first. This is normal. Regional strategy? USA and Canada, zones 3 to 5, absolutely start in January. USA zones 6 to 7, late January to early February. UK, late January to early February. Variety selection? Short seasons, early jalapeno, Carmen, lunchbox. Longer seasons, bell peppers, larger hot peppers. January-started peppers in Zone 5 can produce 2 to 3 times more fruit than March-started ones.
Crop 5. Celeriac, celery root, the overlooked root. Celeriac needs 18 to 20 weeks from seed to transplant size, then another 12 to 16 weeks in the garden. That's 30 to 36 weeks total, longer than almost any other vegetable. Why almost no one grows it? Most people don't know it needs January starting. Plant in March, you'll get golf ball-sized roots. Start in January, you'll get softball-sized roots. How to start? Exactly like celery. Surface sow, needs light. Temperature, 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Time to germination, 14 to 21 days. Transplant size, 3 to 4 inches tall. Regional timing, all zones 3 to 8. Start January, transplant May, harvest October, November. UK, perfect climate. Start January, harvest October onwards. The flavor. Celeriac tastes like concentrated celery with nutty, earthy notes, incredible roasted, mashed in soups, or raw in remoulade. The storage bonus. Celeriac stores for 4 to 6 months in a cool, humid place, one of the best storage vegetables for winter eating. Crop 6. Microgreens, the 7-day miracle. Every other crop on this list takes months. Microgreens go from seed to harvest in 7 to 14 days. Why January is perfect? You're stuck inside anyway. Your grow lights are already set up for onions and peppers. Use the extra space for microgreens, and you'll have fresh, nutritious food within a week. Easy varieties. Radish, spicy, ready in 6 to 8 days. Sunflower, nutty, ready in 10 to 12 days. Pea shoots, sweet, ready in 10 to 14 days. Broccoli, mild, ready in 8 to 10 days. How to grow? Shallow trays, 1 to 2 inches deep. Seed starting mix or potting soil. Scatter seeds thickly across the surface. 12 to 16 hours under grow lights. Cut with scissors when 2 to 3 inches tall. The production cycle. Start a new tray every 3 to 4 days. You'll have continuous harvests all winter long. The cost savings. Store-bought microgreens cost $20 to $40 a pound. Growing your own costs about $2 per pound. The return on investment is incredible. Crop 7. Tomatoes, the right way, the expert's secret. Beginners start tomatoes in March or April. Experienced gardeners start them in January, but only specific varieties using specific methods. Why most people shouldn't start tomatoes in January? If you start regular tomatoes in January, by May they're huge, leggy, possibly flowering and stressed. That's not ideal. Why experienced gardeners do it anyway? Method 1. Grafting. If you're grafting tomatoes, joining a flavorful variety to a disease-resistant rootstock, both plants need January starts to be the right size for grafting in March. Grafted tomatoes are more vigorous, disease-resistant, and productive. Method 2. Early indoor production. If you have a heated greenhouse or serious indoor setup, you can start tomatoes in January for March to April indoor harvests before outdoor season begins. Use compact varieties like Micro-Tom or Window Box Roma. Method 3. The double transplant technique. Start tomatoes in January in small cells, then up-pot twice before outdoor planting. This creates massive root systems. By outdoor planting time, they have month-old root systems. They explode with growth. Who should try this? Gardeners with grow lights and space, people grafting tomatoes, those with heated greenhouses, experienced growers wanting maximum production. Who shouldn't? Beginners. Start tomatoes 6 to 8 weeks before transplanting. People without adequate light, those without space for large plants indoors. The advanced payoff. January started tomatoes using these techniques can produce 30 to 50% more fruit and start producing 2 to 3 weeks earlier than standard starts. Your January action plan. Week 1, early January. Start onions and leeks. Start first tray of microgreens. Week 2, start celery and celeriac. Start another tray of microgreens. Week 3, start peppers with heat mat. Continue microgreen succession. Week 4, late January. Start tomatoes if using advanced techniques, otherwise wait for February. Ongoing care. Water carefully, don't overwater. Provide 12 to 16 hours of light daily. Keep temperatures appropriate for each crop. Pot up into larger containers as plants grow. The common January mistakes. Mistake 1, starting without adequate light. Windowsills aren't enough. Seedlings will be weak and leggy. Solution, invest in grow lights. Mistake 2, overwatering. Cold soil plus overwatering equals damping off, seedling death. Solution, let the top of soil dry slightly between waterings. Mistake 3, wrong temperature. Peppers won't germinate in 60 degrees Fahrenheit soil. Onions don't want 85 degrees. Solution, match temperatures to crop requirements. Mistake 4, starting too much. Enthusiasm is great, but 50 pepper plants for a small garden is too many. Solution, start what you have space for. That's your complete January planting guide. Onions, leeks, celery, peppers, celeriac, microgreens, and tomatoes for advanced growers. While everyone else is waiting for spring, you're already growing. By the time they're planting in May, you're weeks away from harvesting. January isn't downtime, it's when serious gardeners get serious advantages. If this fired you up, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and hit that bell icon. Drop a comment. Which of these crops are you starting in January? What's your biggest challenge with seed starting? Thank you for watching. Here's to the earliest, most productive harvest of your life. Now go start some seeds. I'll see you in the next video.